Hey everybody, this is Crystal and Brenda. We're at Seeking Gamma. Thanks for joining us. This is where we test out different meditations and record our results with our cool EEG headbands. We try different techniques every week. Um, we hope you like this meditation today. But remember, your mileage may vary, right? We're just testing and recording our own data, and then we try to compile it and see trends, and we get AI to tell us what they think and what we could do better. And then we try to incorporate that into future meditations. So just deepening our experience, and we're glad you're along for the ride. So don't meditate while you're driving, please. This is uh, getting towards the holiday season. Hope you're staying safe. And um, before starting any practice, please check with your doctor. What am I missing, Crystal?
I think we got it. I think the big one is don't drive and meditate
Or operate large
or
machinery, heavy
operate heavy
machinery.
machinery.
All right. So, yeah, I'm using the Flow Time headset. I have used the Muse. I've even used them together in the past. And Crystal's going to be the magician who shows us all of the data, all of the charts and graphs, and shows us how to use AI uh, to do our analysis and some comparisons. So tonight we have a meditation again. We're still following the Awakening the Mind from Anna Wise. And she talks about, instead of visualization, she talks about sensualization, expanding more than just the visual perception in that extra sensory perception. We're trying to deepen all of our abilities with all of our senses. Um, so, exercise to go through that, and then we'll apply it to world peace. We'll get to that world peace, which is my favorite. I got a sticker that says peaceaholic. So that was a nice present. So let's see.
Yeah, and just so people can find you do peace prayer meditations every week, right? And
Right.
you do those online?
So I do them on Zoom, but we're posting them on a special playlist. We're going to post them all on a special playlist when we get it together. Um, It's through a church that I'm affiliated with, the Community Center of Holistic Healing, or Community Chapel of Holistic Healing, back in Virginia. And I continue to do that from San Diego since we can do it on Zoom. So we will be posting those on this channel, so you can go right to those. Um, I'll post the past ones that we've done. Some of the ones more recently we're already doing here on Seeking Gamma. So let's get to it.
Okay. Right. Um, So for this meditation, was there any considerations that you had towards the design, or were you just focused on kind of following Anna Wise's protocols in her book?
I was just focused on following her prescription. She has kind of a, a framework that we've been using. Um, so I really wanted to stick to her formula,
Okay.
right? To see rather than reinventing the wheel every time.
Right.
Um, we're going to try out her methods. And I'm getting my flow time together,
Yep.
trying to connect. Right, got my battery charged up. We're ready to go.
All right.
So I know we
Mine's still
can't do them.
connecting, so
We
that's
can't do them side by side yet. We still got to figure that out.
yep.
Um, but we're gonna display crystals, brain waves,
Hold
and
on, I'm
then
getting
I'll
a poor
send you
signal.
mine.
So let me
Okay.
try this one more time.
I had to go to the tightest headband possible.
I was already on the tightest headband, so um,
Okay.
but I think I'm a little dehydrated, so
Just splash yourself a little.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So, all right. So if these devices are measuring the electricity in your brain, and there needs to be some like con conductiveness, which comes through the
Mhm.
water. So let's see if we can get this to work now.
Yeah, I had to take off some makeup on my forehead.
Okay, start. All right, it says all sensors connected. Yeah.
Okay, mine's counting down.
All right, we may not be able to stream mine because mine's not connecting. All right. I'm getting poor signal again. Um, all right, well, let me reboot my phone and see if that helps. Who the
Okay.
heck knows? More
So
water.
if you get if our users, if our viewers get headbands, this is normal, normal functioning, trying to figure out how to get it to connect. Um, Sometimes it works real easy, sometimes it takes a while to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, and what I'd say, because I bought this headset I bought it over a year ago, and I'll say it works about 95% of the time. It's not 100%. It might be higher than 95%, but but for me, like having the data over time is really super helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, like or being able to measure different types of meditations and seeing how they affect you. So, it's I did measurements of transcendental meditation, and it's like, oh, that's what it does to my brain. That's super useful to understand. Um, so I like it even though the technology is not perfect. But it's affordable and it's easy to put on. You don't have to do anything special. It just kind of works when it works. So,
Yeah, I like the flow time. The Muse works the same way, the EEG technology,
mhm.
but it fits like behind your ears
Yeah.
like this. And sometimes that bothers me having it behind my ears, but it tries to keep it, you know, flush to your forehead.
All right. Rebooting
And
has worked. So
okay,
let
great.
me now I gotta um
Word to the wise. Reboot works.
yes.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
It came on for a second.
It did. There we go. It's like a multi-step process. All right. Just trying to get it in here. Okay. And there we go. So let us begin. You ready?
Ready, set, go.
All right. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let me stop sharing real quick. I think I forgot to hit the button for the advanced for the sharing sound.
Oh, okay. Yeah, share sound so we can hear
Share
the.
sound so you can hear it because I can hear it just fine. Oh, I don't know which. That's the wrong one. All right, let's try this one more time. All right. Share. All right, we're sharing the sound. We're sharing desktop too. And there we go. Okay. And Brenda, let us begin your lovely meditation this evening.
Thank you. So close your eyes and look up between your eyebrows. And as you roll your eyes back, try to keep your focus softened while we get comfortable in our seats, creating our meditative space. Find that most comfortable position. Begin to sink into your seat and into yourself. Feel yourself from the inside. Feel yourself grounding to the earth, like you're melting into the earth, feeling heavy, like you are iron ore, melting down into the ground. Now you are one with the earth, melted into it, and feeling its energy throughout your entire body. Now look for that bright light and feel it shining on you, warming you, lifting you up with its healing energy until you feel like you're floating above the ground, even though you can still feel the earth because you are connected to its energy. And you are still in its energy field, under its magnetic force. The light protects you, so keep feeling it shining on you and breathe in through your belly button. As you take a deep breath, feeling your belly expand and contract as you breathe in and out through your belly button. We'll continue with an adapted version of a sensualization meditation exercise designed to bring all the senses forward in feeling something, and then we'll use that process to manifest peace on earth. Now imagine you're going to drink a beverage. Look at the container it is in. Is it a cup or a glass, or maybe some other type of container? Notice the container. Maybe there's a color, or maybe it's transparent. See it in your mind's eye. Now feel the container. Is it hot, cold, or lukewarm? Is it rough or smooth? and notice how full it is. Now look at the color of the liquid. You can feel the anticipation. Pick it up and feel the weight, but don't drink it yet. Feel the weight of the container with your beverage. Can you feel your elbow bending as you lift the container to smell the beverage? Now take a whiff. What does it smell like? Maybe the bubbles are bursting. You can feel them tickle your nose. It's a carbonated beverage. Maybe it's a flat beverage. Maybe cool water. Or something without bubbles. Now put it back down on the table after smelling it. Hearing the sound it makes and feeling the container stop when it hits the table. Now finally pick it back up to take a sip. Feel it in your mouth and notice how it tastes. Is it soothing or refreshing? Does it hit the spot? Now drink as much as you want until you're full or even just to satisfy your thirst. Now let's use these senses just like the drinking exercise to create the feelings of peace. Think of something that you want peace in, maybe a relationship, maybe in your work, maybe in your family, some area of your life that may be in conflict or turmoil. It could just be a conflict within yourself. Now that you've thought of something to work with, picture what that conflict or turmoil looks like. See it clearly. Maybe words you had with someone that weren't nice or compassionate towards them, or even towards yourself. Maybe you suffer from that negative self-talk. Now picture yourself in that situation, that turmoil or conflict, and picture yourself softening like a marshmallow. Feel your skin softening. Maybe it was prickling. Maybe it was hot or burning with your anger or intensity. Feel your skin softening like a marshmallow. Feeling yourself more at ease. And feeling your heart softening. Your heart softens towards yourself or the other person or situation. And as you soften, feel what is emanating from you now with that softer, gentler approach. Feel your body relaxing and the tension easing. See yourself relaxing more and more. We don't have to be angry, resentful, or fearful of this person, situation, or event. Begin to release all of your fear and anger towards this person or situation. Release all of your frustration and let it melt away into the earth. See all of your negative words or emotions fall to the floor. Maybe as you are speaking them, the words can just drop away before they can hurt anyone. And more importantly, before they can hurt you. Because as we say them, our hearts know better. And they end up hurting us in the long run. They can bring you guilt. So see them drop away before they can bring you shame or any other emotion that you might feel after your negative words or feelings. Now we're going to replace them with positive messaging, positive words of affirmation, like I'm okay, or it's okay, or I forgive you, or I'm sorry, or I forgive myself. Replace with words like it's going to be okay, it's going to work out, I'm making a positive choice for myself, to drop the anger, resentment, or frustration. And it will be reflected in my relationships with others. Now let's see all the world and all the conflicts and turmoil. See how that feels, just like looking at the cup or container for your beverage. Look at it objectively. See what it looks and feels like. Maybe it's cold and hard, just like the cup. Or maybe it's hot and scalding. Let's apply the positive messaging, positive words of affirmation to this conflict before any more harm is done. Picturing the situation in your mind, tell it it's going to be okay. Tell the leaders who are dug in deep to continue the fighting that it's going to be okay. They are going to be okay. Soothing their souls with the positive energy from these words. Feel the soothing energy of the words like a salve or ointment on their wounds. They have deep wounds in their heart that make them think that war and killing is the only way. Picture taking this salve and rubbing it on their hearts, soothing them like a baby. See their hatred softening. See that hatred breaking as their hearts soften as you say the words. It's okay. Everything is going to be all right. You will be okay in making a different choice. It's okay to love, and it's okay to stop. It's okay to stop the hurting and the war. It's okay to accept others, and it's okay to have peace. I forgive you, and you can forgive them. It's okay to say I'm sorry. It's okay to forgive yourself. We repeat these words as we keep rubbing the salve of love and forgiveness on their hearts, seeing them relaxing more and more, seeing them tearing up, recognizing their misguided ways, recognizing the hurt and pain they have inflicted. Seeing their wounds heal. And see them going to sleep after a good long cry. See them sleeping soundly and having good dreams of peace and harmony. Seeing their dreams are of happiness and people and countries getting along, helping each other, helping to rebuild their communities, sharing supplies, and caring for each other. Notice the feelings that come up within you as you see and feel the peace spreading over the earth as the conflicts cease and hearts soften like marshmallows. Thank them and offer your love in a genuine hug. Ask the angels to keep this in their hearts as they go to work the next day and every day. They remind them of their dreams of peace and harmony. As we thank the angels for their assistance, feel their hearts continue to soften as the world conflicts end and the rebuilding of communities occur. And when you are ready, very gently begin to bring yourself back to the awareness of your surroundings, back to your home, back to your chair. Allow yourself to reawaken and return, feeling alert and refreshed, taking several deep breaths. Allow yourself to stretch a bit. Maybe move your head from side to side. Maybe roll it around. And then in the other direction. Rubbing your hands together. Begin to feel your toes And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Okay, there you go.
Wow,
All
that was
right.
a lot of different kinds
So
of
let's
music.
get,
Comfortable in our seats,
oh,
creating our meditative
yeah. Oh my God, I'm up to 29%.
nice. Oh,
Yeah,
congratulations.
that's a new high.
Yes,
Look at that.
it's
Oh my God.
working. That's great. Let me see. How do I stop this? Here we go. Right, I'll send you mine.
Okay. All right, let me
It
grab a.
has some coherence. So when I thought you were going to show during the meditation, I thought it would show your brain waves as we were doing the meditation.
Mhm. I have it streaming, so it should have. My eyes were closed,
Should
so I
have.
didn't look at it.
Maybe I didn't see it at the beginning. So
I
here's
mean, it
mine.
captured, yeah.
Mine's coming to you now. So there was a lot of different music going on at the same time. So
Yes.
that was distracting to me, but maybe it was louder on my end than your end.
I think it's louder when I project it through the speaker. So, yeah, because I'm like, when I listen to it through headphones, when I create the music, it's not, it sounds good. So, there's a couple places where it wasn't, where the transitions weren't quite right. I was using Suno AI and it was just not, like I did world peace as kind of the music, and it says
Mhm.
world peace is a guitar, right? So,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's kind of what happened with the music.
So yeah,
But
I was getting used to the guitar and then the bong came in
oh, the
and that
bong.
I
Okay,
don't
so the bong is actually I forgot to turn off my I forgot to turn off the biofeedback. That's my
that was your
biofeedback sound.
biofeedback.
So that's coming through the app. And
Oh,
so
that's
that's
funny.
so I had a bunch of and the biofeedback will ring when it's like when you have an elevated gamma state. That's the setting I have when it goes higher than
Okay.
10%. So that's how
Okay.
good my gamma was this time. So
Yeah.
all
Okay.
right.
So I was
So note
just
to
hearing your
self next
gamma,
time. Let's not
but
let's
it was shocking.
yeah, it was shocking to me and I knew what it was. So sorry.
It like jolted me.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I couldn't tell when it was going to happen, right?
All
So
right.
it was a little frustrating, but no worries.
Yes. Okay. Well, note to self, we'll turn that off next time.
But I don't know, something worked because I showed 20. So
Would
bravo.
I that cut out a little bit. What'd you get to?
I got to 20% gamma
Good. All right, that's
and
higher than you've
and
been
it
at. I think you
might
were
have
at
been so great, but it was so several minutes in we were waiting for your connection through your headband. So mine didn't start until about
mhm.
3 or 4 minutes in, I guess. So we should say, uh, don't don't look at the first 4 minutes of Brenda's brainwaves.
Okay. Yes, that's Okay. All right. So let's take a look at yours, right? So you had I had 29% gamma, new high, 40% beta, which is about the same as what I normally get. Alpha is a little bit lower. So what's shifted, so basically alpha, theta, and delta all shifted to gamma for me.
Okay. So those they went lower and gamma went higher.
Yes. So you want to see something really interesting here. So look at this spike here.
Okay.
You have the same spike on yours.
But remember mine, that first 4 minutes doesn't
Mine, the
count.
first 4 minutes are like, oh, okay, I got you. All right. So your meditation really
Yeah, I
started,
was,
your meditation started here, is actually what happened.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because my meditation started around here because it took me a couple minutes. I had it going too. Um, the same like time. Like this meditation is let's see, how long is it? Let me just look. I want to say it was like 17 minutes.
Yeah,
No, it's 18
yeah, that's
minutes
probably
and
right.
45 seconds. So it's almost 19
Okay.
minutes. Um, and then mine went, well, I guess I did. Never mind. I take it back. Um, so mine was pretty good in terms of capturing things. So in terms of capturing the full meditation, right? Like
Hmm.
I've got 21 minutes of time, which,
Okay.
so it's got a couple extra minutes in it.
Yeah, I had
So
20,
your meditation started
25
around
minutes.
here.
Yeah, at that 4 or 5 minute mark.
Yep, got it. I'm just trying to see if there's any other patterns that I can detect before. Um, so the other interesting thing on yours, and is you see how your gamma is rising the entire time, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. And that's what I saw in mine last week too, was the gamma
Mhm.
rising. Um, let's see, what else? Mine actually, I got gamma higher.
Wow. Yeah. That went into your beta range.
Yep. So, all right.
Interesting. And then the other two were your alpha and theta like correlated together.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They're very tightly coupled.
It's
Um,
interesting how they both kind of separated and merged together
mm,
with a different wave.
yes.
Mine mine didn't do that same kind of coupling.
Yeah, and what's also interesting about your though is on yours, the delta, which is the purple line, is really mirrored in your theta, which is the green line.
Mm,
Right? Like if you look at
yeah.
these, they're very much like correlated.
Yeah.
So, all right, let
They
me
take the same route.
all right, so let me all right, I'm setting up the prompt with Claude, so give me a second here.
Sure.
I'm just gonna have them analyze both of them at the same time. So
Okay. And you win again for 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 beta.
I know.
You're
I
doing
didn't even
really
have a
ever
drink,
since
unlike last week. I had a couple of cocktails. So
ever since your Vipassana, your beta's gone down.
um it initially I don't think that was true. It's been for me, but I'm not convinced. I it's been higher lately. So I don't know. I think one of the meditations, I think that right brain meditation changed something in my brain. Like seriously, I believe that. So
Cool.
yeah. So
All right, so this is where we get Claude to take a look at our brain waves and do some analysis and
Yes.
make some recommendations.
All right.
So I don't know if we need to open a ticket with Flow Time to be able to uh, capture both of ours online.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that yet.
It seems like it should be an easy thing, but
I can
for
tell you
some
it's,
reason it's not.
yeah, it's, they've got to reset up SSL and their server's broken, so it's down. Mm, okay. All right, here we go. Here's Claude. All right, so let's take a look. Okay, so for Crystal's session, so mine was the dark background. Let me make this a little smaller so we can um see the brainwaves in the background at full size. So we're gonna move mine over here. Move this one over here. And let's get Claude over here. And bring Brenda's thing up. Okay. All right. So let me, I want to move it a little bit over more. Okay. So there we go. Okay. So beta waves dominated at 40%, indicating alert but relaxed state. Beta waves maintained 29%, suggesting focused attention. Alpha waves,
You mean gamma?
oh yes, thank you, gamma. Gamma waves were 29%, suggesting focused attention. Alpha waves stayed relatively stable at 15%, showing some relaxation. Um, Theta waves were 13% and delta at 3%, indicating light meditation rather than deep meditation. The rhythm trends show some fluctuation, but generally maintain consistent patterns. So Brenda's session, so you had 43% beta, indicating a more active mental state. Uh, Gamma waves were lower at 20%, suggesting less intense focus. Alpha waves were higher at 19%, indicating more relaxed state. And the theta at 14% and sigma at 4% are similar to crystals, suggesting similar depth of meditation. Her
You mean
trends
delta?
appear,
You mean delta? You said sigma?
yes, I can't, yes,
Okay.
yes. Delta is 4%.
Okay.
Yes. And then your trends are more gradual changes rather than sharp fluctuations, which is really fascinating. I mean, I think there is, my suspicion is like these kind of sharp jumps are
Uh,
probably when you heard the bong
Maybe. Yeah, they were
or
startling.
after um or like right before it or right after it, right? Where it's like, the bong happened and then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, now I got to calm down again, right?
Yeah.
So that's my guess. I'm not 100% sure without
I
rewatching the
think you're
tape.
right.
Yeah. Um, but that to me would make sense. All right, so Brenda maintained a more consistent meditative state with fewer fluctuation. Crystal showed more dynamic changes in brainwave pattern, particularly in gamma and beta waves. Um, both achieved similar levels of theta and delta, suggesting they reached comparable meditation depths. Brenda achieved slightly higher alpha state. Yeah, all right, let's see. So during, um, let's see. All right, let me ask, what other patterns can you establish in both Crystal's and Brenda's meditation? Because it did some interesting thing analysis last week that I really liked because it was saying, hey, these two lines are correlated. So
So I was saying correlated when I meant coupled, right? And
correlated,
then,
coupled and correlated are kind of the same thing. Correlated is just more mathematical term.
yeah, what I meant was in yours, um, s- the two lines that are on top of each other, I'm calling those coupled.
Mhm.
And then the ones that follow the same pattern, I call correlated. So I needed to correct myself there.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so let's see. All right, so my theta and delta waves. Um, all right. All right, let's see. Rhythm interaction. So when gamma waves increased, there was often a corresponding decrease in beta waves, suggesting moments of shifting between focused attention and relaxed alertness. Theta and delta waves showed inverse relationships. When one increased, the other decreased. So let's see. So theta is the green and delta is the opposite. So that's fascinating because
Delta is the purple on the bottom, right?
yes. Yeah. So
Yeah,
comparing the green line and the purple line.
the purple line.
Yes.
That they're
Although
kind of
mm, I'm not
yeah,
sure that's,
I'm
I
seeing a
mean, some of
little
them
bit,
are
yeah,
inverse, but I won't, I'm not going to say that's completely true. Um,
yeah. I'm seeing some of them following the same pattern.
right. All right. Let's see. More significant fluctuations occurred in the 6 to 13 minute mark. And then more stable patterns emerged after the 13 mark. It shows a settling in pattern where variations become less extreme over time. And beta and gamma showed more volatility, lower frequency brainwaves maintain more stable patterns throughout brief crossover points where alpha and theta intersected, possibly indicating transitions between different mental states. All right, so let's look at yours now. So for yours, you had definitely more consistency. Um, so that's correct, despite the bong. Um, let's see. Beta waves maintain more dominant position throughout, less pronounced peaks and valleys in all wavelengths. Um, Slight upward trend in alpha waves as the session progressed. So you see alpha going down and then going back up. You see theta kind of going down initially as you settle into the meditation and then going up. Um,
No, that was gamma. The red one was gamma.
sorry.
That's okay.
Gamma, I'm gonna thank you for correcting me. I'm sorry.
Theta's the green one.
Yes. Okay. So more consistent ratio maintenance between meditation wave types, wave relationships. So more harmonious interactions between alpha and theta. Beta waves seem to act as a stable ceiling for the other frequencies. Delta waves showed less correlation with other wave changes. So both showed a stabilization period in the first third of their sessions. Neither achieved deep meditation states, which would show higher theta and delta waves. Both maintained relatively high beta waves, suggesting they remained in a light meditative state. Um, Overall, similar proportions and slower brain waves. Um, these patterns suggest that while they have different approaches to meditation, both maintained a state of light um, to
To
moderate
moderate.
meditation rather than reaching very deep meditation states. So, all right. Would you like me to elaborate on any of these patterns or explore other aspects of their session? So I want to see if it can detect the gamma changes. So, or the effect of my um, the additional noise on yours. So let me ask. In my session had a biofeedback turned on, which and actually let me change this to Crystal. Session. She bio which distracted Brenda. So I want to say my biofeedback went off like I'm guessing between 15 to 20 times. So,
Yeah, I would say maybe 30,
okay.
but I don't know. It seemed like a lot.
Occurred
Between 20 and 30, probably.
20, 30, 30 times. And the sound, um, distracted, was a gong sound. Can you detect in Brenda's session how that affected her brainwaves? All right, let's see what it says. So,
Good question.
yeah. All right.
I can indeed see some interesting patterns that might correspond to the gong sound disruption. Beta waves show small, regular spikes, appear to be more frequent and noticeable compared to the rest of her wavelengths. This suggests moments of increased alertness or disruption of her meditative state, definitely. Gamma wave patterns. Her gamma waves show brief increase at regular intervals. These could include momentary attention shifts when hearing the gong. Pattern is particularly visible in the middle portion of her session. That sounds right. Alpha waves show small dips at fairly regular intervals. This suggests brief interruptions. However, she appears to recover quickly. Yeah, I got better at it, I think, as it went on.
Hmm.
Um, and the guitar was different, right?
Yeah.
We haven't done a guitar before. So that and the gong together was kind of disrupting. Um, and it was loud, so maybe next time we can make it lower. Quick return to
I just want to
baseline.
clarify it's loud for you. It's not loud for me. So,
Okay,
well, that's a different technical issue. It's not the music. So,
okay.
it's something with Zoom. So,
So it was loud compared to my voice, is what I'm saying.
um,
So usually the music is softer than the meditative voice. So I'm thinking we could shift that.
okay. Yeah, I did do it a little bit louder this time because when I did it last time, I could actually barely hear the music and I
Okay.
only heard your voice. So I did make it a
Okay.
little bit louder, but I can like adjust that for next time. So,
Yeah, and I can just turn down my volume. I was going to turn down the volume, but then I thought I wouldn't be able to hear the meditation part.
got it. Okay. All right.
The most telling indication is the regularity of these small disturbances in her brainwave patterns, particularly in the beta and gamma ranges. Despite these interruptions, it's impressive. There we go. Thank you, Claude. That Brenda maintained relatively stable overall patterns, suggesting she adapted to the periodic gong sounds and developed some resilience to the distraction. Yeah, thank you, Claude.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. All right.
How
Is there
about
any?
how
Go.
about what does Claude say about next time?
Okay. Hmm, hmm.
I do have another meditation that's holiday oriented that we might get to at some point. is and it also incorporates world peace. It's
Okay.
my favorite Christmas music.
Uh-huh.
So that's a teaser for next time.
Okay. All right. Okay, so recommendations. So for me, consider testing meditation with and without biofeedback to see what helps her achieve deeper meditation states. What I would say is I have a weird response to the biofeedback too, because I get excited when it shows up. And then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, yay, I'm in gamma. And then I'm like, oh, shit, I'm out of gamma. So, um, um, so that's interesting. Try extending the session length since my patterns showed stabilization. Like I think beta was really
Right.
stabilized and gamma had some variations, but part of the variations were based off of what you were saying. Like in some of the things I really connected with the words. Like the whole drinking the water scenario or drinking, you picking
Right.
up the drink, like that one was really hard for me to connect to because when I drink stuff, it's 90% of the time I drink water, right? Like I don't drink soda. And so when you start out with oh, is it fizzing? It's like,
Right.
oh, I in my head was water, right? And
Yeah.
so then it's like, oh, is there bubbles? Is it tickling you or whatever? And then it's like, oh, and then
So
it finally got to some water, right? And so this is
cool and
kind of
refreshing.
this is what's really nice about creating your own meditations, though, is because I've had this scenario when I've bought meditations from people, and it's
Hmm.
like, well, all right, that's not what I'm thinking of, right? That's like, so you can actually kind of craft your own meditations with like so I could go change this and go tweak it to be like, oh, pick up a glass of water, right? Because that's the thing I drink. You could
Right.
customize yours to, pick up a soda, whatever your favorite thing is, or sparkling water, right? Um,
And for all those watching, last week, Crystal taught us how to do that. So
yeah,
please go back to the previous episode. Which episode was it?
it was lucky number 13.
Lucky 13.
Yes.
Crystal did an in-depth tutorial on how to create your own meditations, how to put music to it. Um, so much. Thank
Yeah.
you. It was very enlightening.
Yeah, and when I'm working on setting up my personal website right now, and once I get that done, I'll actually create a tutorial with screenshots and stuff. There was a couple steps I missed, so I'll clean that up and to share how to do this because meditation is good. All right.
Wonderful.
So all right. So experiment with a ramping down period where beta waves are intentionally reduced, potentially accessing deeper meditation states. So I think that's a fascinating idea. Like I am wondering what might happen if we start talking to our brain waves and see if
Ooh,
it listens. So thank you,
right?
Claude. Right?
Yes.
So
Like like I do in meditations, I'll ask my ego to take a back seat,
mhm,
right? Um, when I'm trying to really get deep and my thoughts are going, I'll say, hey, sit down and be quiet.
mhm.
I'm meditating, and that can help.
Right. Yep. All right. And then given my higher gamma waves, I might benefit from focused meditation techniques like Vipassana, which it doesn't know that I know Vipassana and that I went to a retreat. So that's fascinating because it's not in their memory. Um,
Hmm.
okay, so then for Brenda, try a session without external disruptions to establish a baseline. So I'll send you the meditation and we could go compare and see what happens with your meditation without the gongs and with like
Okay.
the higher quality music. Um,
Okay.
let's see. Given steady alpha waves, she might be ready to explore techniques that enhance theta waves. Consider using gentle background sounds that she controls, like white noise or nature sounds. We haven't done a nature sound meditation. Maybe it's time to do that. Um,
Yeah, I usually do the beach one,
mhm,
or the rainforest one with Muse.
mhm. Okay.
Those are good.
Um, yes.
And again, longer meditations.
Yeah. All right. Consistent pattern suggests she might benefit from slightly longer session to deeper practice. Okay. For both, experiment with synchronized meditation. Well, okay. Like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, at the
Yeah, we
same time.
tried. Right.
Yeah,
Uh,
whatever.
yeah. Try different times a day to see how brainwave patterns vary, which I've been doing. Actually, I've been doing like experiments with the same meditation different times a day to see. Um, and then considering tracking additional metrics like heart rate variability, time to achieve stable patterns, which for today it didn't really do a good job of capturing the some of the other metrics. So, like
Mhm.
it kind of flatlined in the middle of here, so I didn't have a great connection, but I am
Oh, that
very
was your
happy.
heart rate?
Yes, that's the heart rate variability. But you can tell like right there after 6 minutes, it wasn't
Yeah.
capturing that, and coherence
I
wasn't captured as well.
I had 11% coherence, which is pretty high for me.
That's good.
And my heart rate was 88 beats per minute. I think it was that gong was elevating my heart rate.
All right. Okay, so I want to ask one more question. Based on this, we are talking about um, trying to um, talk to the brainwave waves, or I'm going to say guide the brainwaves.
So I took a
Brainwaves.
theta healing class,
Hmm.
and I think we did part of it in a meditation, where you go up in an elevator, the
Hmm.
glass elevator. Did we do that one? Um,
I think we've done an elevator one early. I think it was a few months ago, but that's a good
so
idea. So I like.
so I'm thinking that that theta is talking about theta somewhere. Um, I did track my heart rate variability
Mhm.
also. And that was like 22 milliseconds. I haven't really tracked that,
Mhm.
but this time it tracked it.
Okay. Right. Um, all right. And then number two. So the second question I have is, what kind of music do you suggest? Because I want to see if it'll do binaural beats or something like that. Um,
Binaural beats, and because we were gonna wear our headphones,
well, if we
right?
do the binaural, we have to wear headphones. So,
Yeah.
all right. All
We
right.
have
So it says
done
it's
we have done
scientifically supported. Here's why I think
yeah.
it's promising based on their data. So, um, it says my dynamic wave patterns suggest I'm highly responsive to external inputs, could help reduce her high beta waves and increase theta waves, which actually is what I want to get to. It might stabilize the fluctuation seen in her session. For Brenda, steady patterns suggest you can maintain states well once achieved. Guidance could help her deliberately shift between brain states. Um, could help her deepen her practice, given her stable baseline. For music ranges, I'd suggest a layered approach, which is binaural beats. Um,
Okay.
so, so what I'm thinking with the next one is maybe kind of doing binaural beats that escalate down along with
Okay.
it. So we do the music with it, and then we do and then the corresponding binaural beats. And then maybe we just do like an ocean sound overlaying it. So that way it's more calming than like the binaural raw. So,
Okay.
okay, cool.
It's also saying 432 and 528 hertz. We've done some of those.
We've done
Just the
both of
regular
those. Yeah.
like gamma hertz, like 40 hertz, but I'm not sure.
I've done a lot of these in different ones layered in. So a lot of the Audio Jungle ones that come through Envato, those ones, like I search for 432 hertz because it's a good, um, it's like the healing of the world is what I think it is. Actually,
Oh,
let's confirm as opposed to me making stuff up. Right? Simple instruments like singing bowls, drums, or flutes. Avoid complex melodies. Keep the tempo between 50 to 80 beats per minute and space instructions between longer musical segments. Use a consistent speaking rhythm. Keep volume slightly above the music, but not dominant. Um, so it says start with higher frequency ambient music around 90 beats per minute to meet them at their current beta dominant state, and then gradually reduce it to lower frequencies. And then
is
end,
it? Go ahead.
go ahead.
It's interesting that it's talking about 50 to 80 beats per minute and then 90 because our self-hypnosis class teaches us to do 60 beats per minute, right? It's not music, but um we're talking at that rate.
Yes. Well, and the other piece of that too is for me, my resting heart rate is actually around 60 beats per minute.
Oh wow.
So like
Okay.
you can actually hear it's 62, but overnight I'm between 50 and 60. Well, I'm between, yeah, in general, I'm between 50 and 60 overnight. So
Interesting. So is it um that once you get to 60 beats per minute, like your heart rate is beating at the rate of the universe or of the earth,
of
or
the
what is
earth,
that?
yeah, I think so. All right. All right.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. All right. Is there any other questions we want to ask Claude for today? I think we've got our plan for next week. So I'm excited for next week now. But we need
So
to do some
so we're
more
not
world peace and a Christmas one too. So we've got to do some,
so yeah, we can do the Christmas one as we get closer to Christmas.
yes. All right. Awesome.
All right.
Well, nice
Yay.
meditation. So thank you. I'm sorry
Thank
my
you.
setup distracted you, but
No, it's okay. We're just experimenting, playing around. It's all fun and good.
yep. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you next week with a new meditation experiment. So,
Peace.
bye-bye. Peace
Peace.
out. All right.